Told you.
Let me log into my account. Where are you staring?
Who?
Earth?
I have no idea.
No, I was just looking at the picture.
All right, you ready to roll?
Yeah.
All right, hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. We have the Djokovic match on currently. It is right here in front of me. The match that I have here is 1 point delayed behind the tennis channel that we have on in here. So they are at what 1-0 in the third set, 2-1 in the third set. But the live that we have, the ESPN app, is 1 point behind. So if we get up and go into the living room, it's 1 point ahead. All right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the match. Let's talk about it. Let's start with it. What are your thoughts right now? Before it started, what did you think was going to happen?
I feel like it's repeating again.
Yeah.
Same thing again. First set, Djokovic loses. He lost to Berrettini 7-5. He lost to Zverev 6-4. But I think Zverev is playing faster, so it's a faster set. Because Berrettini's set took about an hour and change. So these guys are actually playing faster. And I thought Zverev was actually playing pretty well to earn the first set. And then history repeated itself again. In the second set, the same thing happened as it did. Stuffy nose, yes. Well, a lot of yelling and stuff too. So doesn't help.
The life of a tennis coach.
Allergies and stuff.
The life of a tennis
it's
coach.
mostly
Yeah.
allergies right now.
Yeah. This morning it was about 68 degrees here in Alabama, which is relatively cool. The horseflies and mosquitoes were out, so the allergies were kind of raining down today in a way. And then you coach all day, so we had a long day.
Yeah.
We got out there at what, 7:45 this morning, 8 o'clock?
No, we got there
9. Was it 9?
9:15.
And then you just got home. So long day.
Nah, it wasn't a long day. It's just, part of the whatever. It's always a long day with kids anyways.
We are now 5 sets away from history. Novak Djokovic is 5 sets from but doing what no man since Rod Laver has done since 1969, 1968. And that's a heck of a feat. And he'll have done it twice. Well, not all in 1 year, but he will have held all 4 majors at one time twice. Just one time, not in the same year,
You got to give it to Zverev, though. Give him credit because he's actually playing better than the other guys have. He's actually trying to hit the ball, which is good to see. Rod Laver looks old, by the way.
Yeah.
And I realize it sucks getting old.
Mm-hmm.
He don't look good. He does not look good. His eyes, when they showed his eyes,
The cataracts.
Not good. Sucks being old. I don't even want to be old.
Yeah. It seems like ever since I've gotten into my 40s, like a lot of people I know have really bad, sometimes terminal illnesses and stuff. You realize life is really fragile once you get into your 40s.
Absolutely.
But shout out to Rod Laver. Yes, he looked like
he looked like a few years ago when he was standing next to Federer and Nadal. He looked good. Now you look at him, you're like, wow, Praveen, isn't that the one that says Sasha's turn?
Yeah, Praveen, what's up? I was chatting with him. Had fun chatting with you a little while ago. Thank you for the messages. Sasha Zverev had won the first set, and we had a message from Praveen that said it's over. It's Zverev's time, and we were both, and we had written about this all day today, and we've talked about this tactic before. And Carla disagrees with me on this. There's a tactic, an age-old tactic in battle and in boxing, and it's called the rope-a-dope. Muhammad Ali was an expert at this, He would think you have him against the ropes, and he'd let you tire out, and give you a little bit of hope. And then all of a sudden, all those blows were kind of insignificant because you landed the shots that counted. So he's done this to Holger Rune. He has done this to who's the other one? Brooksby. He did it to Brooksby.
It's not a rope-a-dope, though.
I like to call it a rope-a-dope. It's a tennis rope-a-dope.
You're definitely completely wrong about the rope-a-dope.
Explain why I'm completely
wrong. A rope-a-dope is when you're like 4-0 and you give somebody the set 6-0. That's a rope-a-dope.
No. You're missing the tactic. That would be conserving energy.
Justin, it's not a rope-a-dope. The reality is that Djokovic, the first person that he played, he didn't know how Rune played. You don't need to look up the stupid definition.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
I don't need you to tell me.
It's a battle tactic.
You like to use these big words.
Giving up a set doesn't mean.
But it's not a rope-a-dope.
Right. She was yelling at the kids before the show started, so guys, she's going to be hot.
Is this stupid? The rope-a-dope, guys. It's a rope-a-dope. It's a rope-a-dope.
Okay.
It's not a rope-a-dope.
Can I tell you what the definition is? A rope-a-dope. She has no idea about boxing.
I know what it is.
Okay, she doesn't, obviously.
But it's not a rope-a-dope. You just like to use the word.
Okay.
You want to say it again?
Let me give you the definition, Miss Scientologist over here.
Do you want to
use rope-a-dope?
You should look up that word because you obviously don't know.
I meant like Webster Dictionary guru. Here, rope-a-dope, a method of tiring out a boxing or an opponent by pretending to be trapped on the ropes while opponent expends energy on punches that are blocked.
Do you think he got him tired on one set, guys?
I get dumber sometimes.
I get dumber. Listen,
sometimes
rope
you just
a dope.
It's a tactic to make your opponent think that they have you, and then all of a sudden that you get your ass whipped. It's a deflationary tactic that goes back for thousands of years, Miss High School.
Are you not watching the same match we watch? Are you telling me that Zverev didn't earn the first set, dummy? Are you telling me that Djokovic?
Yes, I'm saying he won it, but is it a coincidence that every time he drops a set, the next set he comes out and pounces him like 6-1, 6-2?
Could it be?
Is it a coincidence, Carla?
Justin, could it be that Djokovic
Whatever,
is in
man.
his
let them comment
you're
about
an
it
idiot.
because you're all fired up.
Get into his mid-30s.
You're all fired up.
And it takes him longer
You lose professionalism when you fire up like that.
No, the whole
You do.
word, rope-a-dope. Oh, guys,
It's a tactic,
rope-a-dope.
but you're clueless about sports. Clueless.
That's why I beat your ass.
You're talking about
That's why I
tennis.
beat
You have
your
no
ass.
idea about boxing. You're clueless.
This is tennis. You said it. Tennis.
All right.
Not boxing.
Go ahead, Carla. Next topic, please.
Thank you, Alex. Who you are, Zverev? Oh, it's
what? Okay, so
all,
he's getting his ass whipped now, and it's just a coincidence, and he does it every time to people, and it's just coincidence. It's the way the cookie crumbles every time he wins a set. The next set he comes back and beats their ass really bad. It's just coincidence. It's just luck.
He didn't beat Brooksby.
You guys are smoking freaking crack, man.
You're an idiot with your curly
hair. You have no
know,
idea what you're talking about.
You know how you look like Krusty the Clown?
Man, you're so
when your hair goes up. Just saying. Anyways, we all watched Zverev play. He earned the set. Even you said,
I didn't say he didn't earn the set.
That was not a rope-a-dope. It's not the same thing, Justin. It's not the same thing.
Ask Muhammad Ali.
Flo said everyone earned a set that won.
I did. Did I ever say those damn words come out of my mouth?
No, but
he
you
didn't
said
earn the
it's
set.
a rope-a-dope.
I said that's a rope-a-dope. Do I think Djokovic could have fought a little bit harder in that first set and been a little bit more aggressive?
He did.
Yes. Okay. But I guess what happened in the second set? Zverev just went away and Djokovic just played the same level and he trounced his ass.
Simple explanation. What happens in
I'm talking to a brick wall.
No, I'm talking to an idiot. Simple explanation.
Then why are we debating?
What happens in women's tennis? Somebody wins
can't
the
overcome
first set,
stupidity.
and then the second set, someone fades away. It happens. You know, these guys, they think first set, I won it. I got it. I don't think Zverev thought that. I thought he had to let down, okay? And Djokovic, what does he do? He starts playing faster so you don't get your rhythm going.
Yeah. He played slow in the first set, comes out in the second, starts going micro faster.
It's too old right now.
You just said it yourself. You just
admitted
your own.
Stop using the word.
Don't tell me what word I can and can't use.
But it's not the correct thing.
It's a tactic.
Oh, my God. Did you call Djokovic or say, hey, Djokovic?
Djokovic played
Djokovic, did you do a
anyway, in my opinion, the match was over before it started. The better player outclasses or Djokovic out. That. So what are we even talking about?
You're talking about that every match he played that he lost the first set was a rope-a-dope.
I'm saying if he really wanted to do what he wanted to do.
Oh, my God. Anyways.
Whatever. Okay. It's just so coincidental that every time this happens.
You like to use the word. You like to hear yourself. I get it. No worries.
You're just a Spanish woman that likes to bitch all the time.
And you're just an idiot that likes to use
rope-a-dope. Come on, next topic. All right.
What's the next topic? Where's the match?
That's what we're talking about.
You had the match.
All right, take some comments. Damn.
Oh my God.
You are nuts, man.
You are nuts.
You are psycho.
Let that hair flow, baby. Let the hair flow.
That's what
That's where your brains are going, into your girls.
All right, let me get the match back. Stop playing around.
Layla C says, I feel like winning a set 6-4 against Novak should not lull anyone into a sense of security that they have him on the ropes. Everyone else has won the first set and lost the match.
Badly.
Flo says, let's talk about the Medvedev match. What is there to talk about, Flo, in that match?
Look,
that was a bad match.
By the way, Djokovic is serving in at 2-2 in the third set. Again, I know it's a point ahead if you're watching it live, and he just won the game. So it's 3-2. Zverev's, hating and yelling about something.
This is behind now.
Okay, so Djokovic is up 3-2. They're changing sides, and they're tied at a set apiece.
What about Medvedev's match?
Okay.
Put me to sleep.
Yeah,
that was the worst match. Worst semifinal. Boring. Yikes. I would have rather watched two toddlers play.
Can we at least have a couple good facts here? That number one is Medvedev's third straight third straight U.S. Open semifinal. Pretty big deal, Carla, since you like to always pick on the negative.
Yeah. Okay.
Daniil Medvedev, and I wrote this prior to the match starting. Daniil Medvedev is by far the better player. Felix Auger, this is pre-match, but Felix Auger we know has Tony Nadal as a confidence booster, but I don't know how much a confident. Yabby, tell her to hold on, okay?
Yeah, we're doing.
I don't know how much of a confidence booster that one person can be just by sitting in the box. We've talked about this before, that players don't really need someone to tell them how to hit forehands and backhands. Mm-hmm. They want someone that kind of gels with them and finds the way to push them mentally to the next gear, right? Mm-hmm. So you can only do so much with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Medvedev, the problem I have with this match is Medvedev returns from like 97 feet behind the baseline, right? Mm-hmm. He's standing against the fence back there. And never once, I mean, a few times, just exaggerating, a few times, Felix would throw in the dropper. But if I'm playing Medvedev and I know he's a superior player, I'm going to throw junk at him the whole time. I'm going to slice, I'm going to dice, I'm going to drop shot. I don't care if the crowd hates it and boos me, but I'm going to know the best chance I have to outlast a player that's better than me but is playing 20 million feet behind the baseline is to just chip and charge, slice, dice, bring him into the court, let him hit some short balls, let him take some volleys. And he just didn't do that. So what are your thoughts there? How would you have attacked Medvedev? Chip, charge, slice, throw him junk?
He stood so far behind, like you said. I don't know why he didn't slice, angle it more to the outside, drop shot, bring it into the net. He didn't do any of that. His shots were easily he was just playing around, practicing.
Yeah, and Felix Auger Aliassime by no way, shape, or form is a slouch or a bad player. But in his first service game of the match, Felix Auger tossed in 3 double faults. Did you see this? I mean, I think he still managed to hold there, but nonetheless tossed in 3 double faults. So I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be a long day at the office. Then we're looking at Medvedev 37 feet behind the baseline, and Felix Auger is not even attempting to throw him junk, knowing he's a superior player. He just kept playing his same entire game. At one point in the second set, Felix was up 5-2. That's cinco dos, right? 5-2. And Medvedev stormed back and won that set 7-5. Medvedev was almost jolly about this match. After the match, he was so jolly in his press conference, both on ESPN and as well the USTA. I mean, he was just really jolly about it, jolly, you know. And I think he'll need to take Djokovic much more seriously because it's not going to be a jolly time for him. By the way, Zverev is serving at 40 love.
Yeah,
on serve third set 2-3.
I think that Djokovic, if he wins, he will drop shot him and bring him.
And we got a child emergency up there or something?
Probably, Justin.
You want to check?
Yeah, I'll check real quick.
All right. So one of our children is like nauseous and not feeling very well. So she's going to go check that out. By the way, while she's checking on one of our daughters, a quick update on those that are playing the fantasy teams. There is like a 4-way group of people that all have a chance to win the two $50 slots. So 2 people are going to win no matter what. And I want to say Carla told me and Tom Chi in Canada that it was RG Productions, Canadian tennis fan, his brother Hunze Chi, and Philly Cheese Dog. I think those are the 4 people that have a really good opportunity to or that are going to win. It's just which of the 4. Anyway, Zverev held serve, and it's 3-3 in the third set. So split set, Zverev took the first 6-4, Djokovic took the second 6-2, and they are on serve 3-3, third set. Hello? We good?
Yeah.
The duties of a mom. All right, Djokovic Zverev took the first point of the game. Djokovic is serving love 15. Again, if you have this live on your television, you're watching ESPN. My app is the ESPN app, but it's 1 point delayed. How is she? She's all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. First serve and Djokovic takes the backhand cross court. Djokovic with the slice. I would be using that slice all day if I was playing Zverev. Backhand to backhand again. Zverev changes his direction. A neutral ball. Zverev's pushing the ball a pretty good bit, though, right?
Do you guys think that we'll have the same score as we did with Berrettini? I think Berrettini was 7-5. 6-2, 6-3, 6-3, something like that.
And what was the score in Brooksby's match? There was a, I
think it was a lot closer than that.
What was the score in Nishikori's match?
Well, let's look.
I'm proving a point here. I think Novak Djokovic has dropped a set in 3 and now 4 of his 6 matches. Is that right?
It's 3-all right now.
He dropped a set to Brooksby. He dropped one to Nishikori. He dropped
the first one.
He dropped a set to Rune, and he dropped one to Zverev. So that's 6 matches, and he's lost a set in 4 of them.
Yeah.
So it's just so coincidental, though, and you guys call me crazy for saying rope-a-dope. I don't get it.
What about
I don't get why
starter?
you yell at me so much when it's a very good point.
What about slow starter?
That's a possibility.
Instead of
but maybe we should ask him.
Obviously, he's older now. I think it takes time for him to figure it out. Maybe for him, it's taking longer now.
I think he gets off on it. I think he loves to entice people. Like, you just took a set, watch this now. I think he does. I think he does it to toy with them mentally for now and in the future. I think he does it to toy with them psychologically.
What's up, no, I don't think so. I think he has more respect for Zverev than the other players, so I disagree with you. I mean, normally I would agree with you, but I just think it takes him longer now.
Can you bring up a comment?
It's so hard for me to bring up anything with my internet.
I sent it to your messages.
Okay.
If she would, be patient with me and actually sit down and prepare, but she says she doesn't need to. She's got this. All right.
Today I need my sandal.
I love you. I do love you, but I do love you, but she's in a bad mood.
No,
okay.
This one gets me in a bad mood.
This is a comment that Ella Noir wrote. Okay, Ella Noir wrote this, and this I got this earlier today. And it was a hard-hitting comment. I loved it, right? So shout out to Ella Noir for this comment. I gave the fantasy team update, by the way. By the way, no one won the $300 because no one correctly guessed the finals for the men's side and obviously the women's side. I think a lot of people guessed the men's right on, but no one guessed the
good drop shot.
Anyway, no one won that 300, but we are going to roll that over, obviously, to the Australian and add something to the pot, just like we did from Wimbledon. The pot started at 200. No one won it for Wimbledon or the French. Then we rolled it to 300 to the U.S. Open. So we'll see what happens. I may throw a random huge $300 pot something out there towards the end of the year. Anyway, this comment is from Ella Noir, and it's hard-hitting. I loved it. Check it out. It's short. Awesome comment. Okay, here's from Ella Noir. Naomi Osaka had a lot of money thrown at her money-wise. Can't blame her family for taking the money. Take the money, you become a product or a salesperson. Power only does not win. Serena and Venus had some speed, flexibility. You see nothing but baseline hitting. That's just the first part of her comment. That's not why I honed in on it. But yes, I do agree with the first part of her comment. Yeah, if you get money thrown at you, in other words, you're born with the silver spoon and you don't grow up watching broken down TVs in your living room, then most likely you're going to whine and complain and pout sometimes, right? Anyway, this is what I like about the comment, okay? She puts question marks and says, are the men pretty much on the same level at this point? There didn't seem to be real standouts in this tournament. Most seem to have the same performance as they have in other tournaments. Make it to the third round, then fizzle, rinse, and repeat. How many times have we talked about this, that over the 3 years we've done the show, people always say that this era of Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer is like the best era in tennis history, knowing we have been part of the game as coaches and players for 4 decades, much less our fathers as well. And we used to watch their vintage videos growing up as terms of homework assignments to go along with school. But in my opinion, outside of the big 3, competing with one another, Murray, Delpo, Wawrinka, outside of those guys, it's a wash of a bunch of bozos. I'm sorry. If you're not 44, if you're 22 or something and you're going to start preaching to me about Sampras's era, just don't. Just spare me. But, if you're my age and want to debate it and you firmly disagree with me, I would love to venture down there. Okay, I would love to venture down that path. Debate that with anyone my age that's been around their game the whole life that will sit and tell me that Sampras and Federer and all these guys era with Uznis and Davydenkos and all these guys are weaker than who's behind now the big one, Djokovic. Medvedev, no net game. Felix Auger Aliassime. Man, he's just a little on the weak side. I'm sorry. He's a run-of-the-mill player. Here he is, it was in the semifinals of the U.S. Open. It was a boring match to watch, number one. It lulled me to sleep. When it was 2-5 in the second set, I was talking to somebody, and I told them, I think it was Michael Jumond out there, and I told Michael Jumond, I was like, geez, if I just had to do one of our shows on that match alone, I would probably do it on a Trash Talk Tuesday and just smear them, the both of them.
Yeah, it was just a bad match. It wasn't exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
it was hard to get behind Felix because I feel like he is too quiet.
By the way, Djokovic is up 4-3. Zverev is serving at 15-all in the third set. So it's 3-4 on serve. Zverev serving 15-all.
I couldn't watch it, Flo, but don't you think that Felix needs a little emotion and stop being like Pliskova?
Agree? Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
whoever's giving him the advice to stay quiet perhaps is not a good advice. I think he needs to get a bit more emotional.
I agree with you. I think
maybe some screaming would do him good. He's the type. He's one of those players that would tell him, "Hey, maybe you got to scream a bit."
Yeah, that's a great metaphor.
Because I feel like he's just
Love
it's the same tone through the whole match. It's a fist pump, but it's like the same. So it's hard to like say, "Yeah, Felix," because it's the same thing, you know.
It's
just so hard to get.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, it's like if I was dating him. Hey, baby, I love you. I love you so much. Can you imagine?
You know, just kind of the
I love you.
Okay,
I am so happy with you.
Yeah. Monotone. He's like the opposite of Mackenzie McDonald. Mackenzie McDonald is monotone at the very highest level, way up here. Nice to meet you. My name's Mackenzie McDonald. One solid loud noise. And then Felix is just the soft guy that always talks down here, and he just kind of gives him a little fist bump right here. But
I love you.
Nothing too much.
Thank you, crowd, for rooting me on. I am Felix.
Yeah, just nail the biggest shot of your career and come up like this. Freaking just won Wimbledon.
Oh no.
You could pull a Pliskova, not even raise your hand up. She just won Wimbledon. She'd be like, okay. Right? What's up, buddy? Say that these late shows, the kids get, wilded out about this time. They're like,
it's 4-all now.
All right, 4-0, third set. Okay.
Thank you for coming to see me tonight. My name is Felix Auger Aliassime. Yes, I am so happy to win today. Thank you, Tony Nadal. Yes. Thank you, Medvedev, for giving it your best. Meanwhile, Medvedev's like, I don't give a shit if you like me or not.
Exactly.
Screw you. I will win this no matter what. Screw you, New York.
Zverev just held Djokovic is serving at 4-4 in the third set, splitting sets. So, look, this is an important set for Djokovic to win. I'll tell you that.
It is important though.
Yeah, well,
because he's now gotten the most games on the third set.
Yeah, it's really important that Djokovic wins this. Not necessarily. He's still going to be the favorite to win the match moving forward. But now it's miles on his shoes to save. But Medvedev, the thing is does anyone agree or disagree that
drop shot?
Does anyone agree or disagree that this match going great lob by Djokovic over the tall, lanky puppy hater? Here, come for a second. But okay, real quick, buddy, real quick. Oh man, the computer always cuts out. He always likes to be involved here. All right, show him your dyno. Okay, look. I see I lost my train of thought.
Good lob by Djokovic, by the way. He did a drop shot. So he's obviously going to be using a lot. There's one thing I don't like. I hear you guys about his back. I hate to see a player scream at his camp.
What's the point anyway?
I know you need the painkillers. I get you need the painkillers because that's why you're screaming. I'm against painkillers. I'm going to tell you that right now. You guys might hate me. I'm against it. Against it. You get hooked to them. He is going to have an issue, and any player that asks for painkillers all the time, and he's one that does it habitually, when he retires, he's going to have a problem.
Well, they just have a problem when they have to stop taking them. But most athletes have, because they're so rich, have access to doctors.
That's not good.
So they never have to stop.
That's not good to see that on TV. I don't like to see that when you're yelling at your camp because you need them. I don't like that. That's one part I don't like.
I mean, that's their business. I do agree with you.
I wish they wouldn't even show that on TV.
Yeah, I was going to say that. When they have curse words, they're edited out, like on talk shows or whatever. Mm-hmm. They should just edit that out because
I don't like that.
Because people do think it's okay. And
how many Americans are hooked on painkillers?
And what the common watcher doesn't understand is that they have access to doctors all the time, and they're very, very wealthy, and they can always get what they want. But the common person on the street, they take a couple painkillers after a surgery, and then
there should be a rule: no painkillers during the match.
Yeah, and
I would have to say, then you quit your match. You can't deal with the pain. You should be playing.
Yeah,
that to me, I've never had to take a painkiller to play a match. Never. And I just disagree with it completely.
Yeah, because ultimately what happens is the person like the John Doe run-of-the-mill, human being.
No, it's for painkillers. Sorry.
What they end up doing is taking too much of it. They don't stop taking it. They get a couple of refills, and then finally the doctor's like, I can't do anymore. And then that person's life changes. They destroy their house and home. I'm not talking about Novak Djokovic. I'm talking about, I think that's what you're assuming too. I never said that.
I know for a fact we've seen him.
Oh, we've seen it before.
Wimbledon yelling at his wife.
Yeah, we've seen it before.
And they're like going like this.
I didn't
see it.
I didn't see it at this match.
I'm talking about here.
I didn't see it here. I didn't see it here.
I don't like that. I don't like. You should never bring painkillers to an athlete. Let him figure out. If you read Auger Aliassime's book, he talks about how he used to take so many painkillers just to be able to play.
Yes,
that's sucky.
Sucky.
Yeah. Sucky.
Yeah, and that's in any sport, football, basketball, any sport where athletes, the only way they get paid is to go out and perform, and the only way they can make history is to go out and perform. Painkillers are rampant. I don't think I don't think it's something that 100 million people should be watching.
Maybe take a Tylenol, whatever.
Or just don't show any of it. We don't show people going to the bathroom with cysty pus. We don't have a camera in the bathroom. Why can't they just keep that private?
Yeah, I mean,
it's none of our business anyway. But they make it our business.
I can tell you something. When I give birth to my kids, I didn't need a freaking painkiller. Come on.
I was there, all natural.
I
was there.
Painkiller.
I was there.
You need a freaking painkiller to finish a match. To me, that's bad. And I'm not just saying Djokovic. All athletes that do it, no, not good for them.
Does anyone agree that the current match right now, the Djokovic-Zverev match, is basically the final? Do you think the match right now is a better matchup than would be if either one of them played in the final? But the best match of the tournament, I think, is this one in terms of head-to-head on paper from the two best players in the tournament. I don't particularly care for Medvedev. Again, I've said this a million times ad nauseum. He plays so far behind the baseline. He just is a defensive player with some big shots, and he just has no net game. I think he's developing a little bit of one at this point moving forward. But this is what I see as the final right now. I mean, we'll do a show for the men's final, but to me, this is the men's final.
I think
if Djokovic wins this, he wins the tournament, and I know he's going to win this match.
It's 5-4 Djokovic, by the way. So it's on serve. So Zverev's done pretty well to not quite disappear. You know what I mean?
He's not going away.
He's not going away, which I was going back to see the other scores just to see what's, how he beat him. And it was like 6-2, 6-3, 6-2, 6-3, 6-2. So he's scored more games so far.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the match back up.
The internet's just not good. Yeah, not even on my phone.
Yeah, I got it now, though. The internet's here, Verizon-wise, a little shady.
Alex Couillard says...
But am I right? Is it the final, though? Do you feel like it's the final?
I don't think so, no. Alex Couillard says, who do you think watch more, Medvedev or Sabalenka? Who do you like to watch more? Medvedev.
Medvedev. Yeah, he doesn't squeal like someone sawing off their leg with a rusted bandsaw. Sabalenka only has one gear wide open. Medvedev's not far off. Medvedev's not far off from that, by the way, from being one gear and wide open.
But he never screams. Do you ever?
But yeah, he doesn't grunt. He doesn't grunt. Yeah.
So what do you mean drama time for Zio9? He's serving 4-5. He has to hold serve, otherwise the set's over.
Yeah, I've got a commercial here. So I've got 8 seconds. It says so the match resumes. I've got a commercial.
So you think this is the final? You're saying
it feels like the final to me. It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel anything less than the final, given that we already know who he's going to play next. Would you, if you had to buy one ticket to a match and watch Djokovic and Medvedev play or Djokovic and Zverev play, who would you rather watch play?
No, I'd rather watch this match. But I think just because it's a final and we know what's in line for him, which is 21 Grand Slams, doing something no one did except Rod Laver, I think he's going to feel some nerves.
This is a big point. Very sorry to interrupt. I know I'm bad about that. Don't shoot me, no mini Raccoon. But right now, Zverev is serving at 4-5 in the third set, and it's love 30.
My thing's way behind.
So Djokovic right now is 2 points from the third set and taking a commanding 2-1 set lead. Okay, I remember Praveen out there after the first set was like, hey, it's over. It's Sasha's time. So we're 2 points away. Okay, so Zverev is serving at love 30. First serve. Can he make a first serve?
I think he's way behind.
Yeah, he puts it in the corner. Djokovic gets it back. That's what he's great at. Neutral balls. Let's see what happens here. We've seen a lot of this pattern the whole match. Neutral balls back and forth, right? Kind of the short ball up the court. No one stepping in. Kind of giving it back to him. Okay, so love 40.
Isn't this what kind of happened?
It's love 40?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Thank you, B-Dog. So love 40 now. So Djokovic is a triple set point to basically win the match.
Praveen says, I'm Indian. I don't hate Novak, just to be clear.
Oh, it's okay. Great. He never said he hated him. He just thought it was Zverev's time. I understand.
It's been Zverev's time, but Djokovic has not allowed that.
Djokovic is just too good. And because, look, we see the 18-year-old girls, the 19-year-old girls right now coming in and doing damage to those that are 22, 23, the Andreescu's and so forth. And the old ones have phased away. The thing on the men's side for now nearly 2 decades is that there has been 3 guys and a sprinkling of others, Wawrinka, Delpo, Murray. And those are the guys that should have been the 20-year-olds doing damage to the older guys. But instead, there was no one. And we've had the same run-of-the-mill people that sucked on the same level. And because of that, and the billionaires knew that buy media and the USTA and ESPN, they created the next gen because they knew a whole generation of tennis players was going to be lost. So how did they make the money to do so? Sell everybody a bunch of next-gen bullshit. So the big 3, big 6, or however you want to throw in there, have run the past 20 years. The women's side is the real trajectory of how it normally works, and there's a couple outliers. There's not 3 of them that dominate everybody, right?
Yeah. I don't believe this is the best. I mean, those guys are so unpredictable. They're so inconsistent. I mean, Zverev, you got to give him credit, though. He's improved.
Now, can I ask all of you a question and be honest about this? Be honest about this. Can you just speak freely? You always do anyway. Speak freely in comments. Do you all think that Felix Auger Aliassime was the right player to be and on the court in the other semifinal? Do you feel like he was the right player? Does that make any sense? Well, yeah, duh, he made it.
There wasn't anyone good enough to make it there anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, look, besides Medvedev in that half of the draw, when it got to maybe 3rd, 4th round, whatever, we had the likes of, no disrespect to Vandal Suzlump or no disrespect to, Brookspies or anything, but it seemed like the depth of the draw was pushed deeper by these players simply because the psychological aspect of it, I think, was less. In other words, all these people are there, and there's just one Djokovic. There's not a Nadal hunting around in there. There's not a Federer creeping around in there. There's not a Wawrinka creeping around in there. There's, an aged Murray. I get it. There's not a Del Potro in there. It's just Djokovic, and everyone else is like the same playing field. Who are the players on the men's tour right now that aren't in the same playing field as these guys? Okay, Tenebrin, hot garbage. Steve Johnson, hot garbage.
That's a long rally.
Let's get Mackenzie McDonald, hot garbage. Those are like the guys that are on the outside. But everyone at the Zverev, and they're all the same.
Good shot.
Do you see what I'm saying, though?
70-shot rally.
70 shot?
Yeah, I was watching it. Well, holy Toledo.
The crowd's on their feet. Djokovic.
Yeah, but you know how they're pushing? They're pushing.
Wait a minute. Not 70. The stats right here. 53 shots.
Yeah, there we go.
53.
So they're pushing, though. They're pushing. They're not really hitting. They're just Djokovic trying to see can Zverev make the mistake.
And he's stealing his soul. He's taking his legs from him. He's taking his mind from him. He steals it. And by the way, the commentators and you all.
So, Praveen, are you rooting for Zverev because you're tired of seeing Djokovic win, or what is it? I'm just curious.
Zverev is huffing and puffing. By the way, he is on his hands and knees.
But he's younger. He should be able to. He should be fine. He's skinny. He should be fine.
All right, here we go. Zverev is trying to save his 3rd break point of this game. Set point, 3rd set point for Djokovic. 30-40. Let's see what happens. Zverev probably going up the tee as always. Bad toss. He caught it. Let's see what happens here. All right. He's conversating about something, but nonetheless, here we go. What's he gonna do? I
got people sending me messages.
He's been taking the tee. I'm assuming he's gonna take the tee. Yep, he took the tee, missed it wide. 2nd serve. I think he's got 5 or 6 double faults so far.
He's got 5 double faults.
2nd serve. Djokovic has got to look at a 2nd serve here, serving at 30-40 to take the 3rd set.
Don't double fault.
Double faulted. Oh, that was close. Hit the line. Backhand to backhand. Gave Zverev a forehand.
Lucifer's on.
Oh, pushing the ball a little bit.
Yeah, they are kind of pushing. I told you that.
Yeah, open the court up.
Well, Djokovic is trying to see, can Zverev make the mistake?
Yeah, it's kind of this neutral ball to neutral ball. Djokovic just opened the court up, came in behind it, overhead. Let's go! Come on! Praveen talking about it's over. Sasha's time.
But you knew that it was going to be tough to beat.
Let's go.
Even Zverev said it's going to be tough to beat Djokovic. He knew
Let's go.
He knew that.
We are 4 sets away from history. 4 sets away from and Djokovic is fired up. He's fired up.
No, he's relaxed. That's not fired up.
We're 4 sets away from history, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And moving forward to the next chapter, right? Of trying to find someone else who can do this type of damage, right?
So B-Dog sends me a message. Yep. I feel Djokovic's level steady as ever, can't stay focused to play a decent set. At least he's giving him a match. You know? At least he's giving him a better match.
This will be
It's better than what the other. He's fighting a little more.
I totally agree.
Yeah, he's fighting a little more. So you got to give him credit because before I think Zverev would have given up, but he's trying.
We know that Zverev and Djokovic's head-to-head is 6-3. We know that the mainstream media has been running with this narrative that Sasha Zverev is Djokovic's nemesis. No, nemesis are people that actually, you stress out about. I don't think Djokovic ever stresses about Zverev. Zverev has never beat Djokovic in a major, 2-0, and a couple of the times Zverev beat him were kind of way back, multiple years ago. I think there was one point in time that Federer had won 5 in a row, and that was relatively recently. Check my math on that. I kind of took that out of memory. Maybe I didn't memorize that well enough. By the way, a shout out there to Harsh Sharma. I had this on a sticky note. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the show. Harsh Sharma, much love. He went through some lady trouble at one point in time, and we befriended him that way. So I was talking to him today. It was nice speaking with you. Shout out to Sharma.
Yeah, B-Dog, good. Zverev had definitely improved, especially back in a light Berrettini. Yeah.
Interesting fact. Today was Novak Djokovic's if he wins today, he will be heading to his 31st. That's 31. He'll be heading to his 31st major final. Imagine that number. 31 major finals. Incredible. All right, beginning of the third set, Djokovic is serving to start out. Zverev took the first set 6-4. The next set 6-2 Djokovic. He just took the third, and here we go to start the fourth. They're still showing some highlights there of the previous set.
So I tweet out a bittersweet moment earlier today for Coco Gauff and Kate McNally for making the doubles finals. Unfortunately, their opponent got injured and had to retire during the first set tiebreaker. So they made the finals, but the opponent got injured. So they're going to play Stosur and Zhang in the finals.
And didn't Rajiv Ram, the longtime U.S. double specialist, win today as well, the men's doubles final?
Yes, with his partner, yeah.
He's a double specialist, been a specialist since the Bryan brothers, if not before. Rajiv's been around. He's a doubles maestro. If B-Dog is out there, I'm not going to mention this too much on this tennis talk show, but B-Dog02, what are your thoughts on the Cowboys-Bucks last night? Do you think that the Bucks should have won much bigger because there was a couple turnovers there, one in the end zone, or did you like the way the Cowboys looked? They kept it close. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see Dallas this year. Anyway, I'm not going to be talking about that here. I'll talk to you about that personally, text message or whatever. But I think the Cowboys looked okay. And the greatest of all time, Brady, your expatriate, he called his own play at the end and gave Byron Leftwich, no, I'm not playing that. I'm taking my play and the GOAT, threw it out and scoop, kicked the field goal and won the game. So
well,
great.
At least the bathroom break wasn't long, right?
Yes. Anyway, sorry to get off on football. I love football. By the way, a question for everybody, 5K tennis family that's always here. If you don't follow tennis, do you follow another sport, A? And B, if you do follow another sport, what is it? I follow all sports, basketball, especially football, baseball, all of them.
Oh, well, I follow tennis. That's it. I don't follow football or anything else.
All right. Can I go back to this because I wrote some material here on this Felix Auger Aliassime and Medvedev match? Can we go back to that for a moment? Right now, Djokovic is serving at 15-love in the third set. By the way, do you think that Zverev goes away here? Do you think this will be just a demolition fourth set?
No, I think he'll fight, but I think it's too late.
Here's some notes I wrote during that match. I'm just going to read them off quickly. These are on bullet points. So I just wrote them on bullet points, just right down the side of the sheet. So I'm going to read you my bullet points. Bullet point number 1, boring match no matter what the score. And I was talking to Michael Jumond out there at this point in time. The next thing, if Felix wins, Novak Djokovic is elated. Would you agree or disagree with that at that point in time?
What's wrong with his eye?
I don't know. He might have got something in there. So Zverev's coming to the judge. He has something in his eye. It's 15-all in the 4th set. So he's calling maybe some type of trainer timeout here with something in his eye. I can't show it, but he's on the sidelines with a towel in his eye. And then it's kind of hard to fake an eye thing. So he definitely has something going on with the eye.
He might wear contacts like you do.
Maybe a contact. Yeah, I play with contacts, so I know the feeling. So right now we are timeout in the 4th set, 15-all. If Zverev has a shot, he's got to do something now or the match is going to end.
Well, he's got to stay with him. Stay with him, right? Try not to get broken. Stay with him as much as he can.
Again, you all called me idiots and yelled at me at the very beginning of the show when I mentioned rope-a-dope. I'm telling you, it's a fighting tactic, and they've been doing it since the days of gladiators. You lure some people into a false sense of security.
Okay.
And then you tire them out a bit, and then you capitalize.
Right, because it's not the person that actually tried to win the first set, because if somebody wins the first set, it's a rope-a-dope.
Okay.
Remember what he said.
Okay. My next statement was, if Felix Auger Aliassime would have won, Djokovic would have been very excited, right?
Of course.
My next statement I wrote was, if Medvedev wins, Djokovic will just drop shot the bozo Gumby and win anyway. Djokovic knows how to beat Medvedev. He laughed about it at Wimbledon or wherever it was. He was, the people were like, well, how are you going to beat Medvedev? Are you going to drop shot him? And he's like, oh, well, duh. Okay.
I'm sure Medvedev's hoping that this match lasts longer, by the way.
Of course he does. The next thing I wrote, neither player, meaning Felix or Medvedev, makes a great final versus Djokovic. It's lopsided. Djokovic will own both of them. That's why I thought this would be the more.
But don't you think Medvedev would try his Bozo Gumby? Bozo, like an idiot. Gumby was a character it was a green guy. Here, I could do it.
Yeah. We'll show you a picture of Gumby. Gumby was a cartoon way back in the day, probably maybe in the 30s and 40s, and came into color. Bozo was a clown. Bozo is like one of the most famous clowns ever, like really scary looking clown, by the way.
My internet sucks.
That's okay.
It's coming. Here it is.
Here's Gumby, yeah. This is Medvedev's brother.
It's coming.
Don't worry about it.
Image.
Just look, if they're all on computers, just Google up Gumby and you'll get it. Don't worry about it, Carla. Just Google up Gumby. If you're on YouTube, you're on a computer or a cell phone. So just Google up Gumby and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll laugh probably. Hey, we're on the budget roll here. I gotta get everything right.
Hey, let's see. Why would you need to tire out, play mind games with a guy like Rune, though, or Brooksby? He should have just kicked their butts in straight.
That's what you don't understand. It sets them up for the next time they may face, because you do it. You don't do it because you need to. You do it because you're trying to psych them out for now and for the future. In other words, if they win a set off you again next time, then they're never going to be able to go with it because they're thinking the whole time that, am I being rope-a-doped again? And you don't get this because you're not a fighter. And I grew up.
Did he just say I'm not a fighter?
I grew up around boxing and the tactics of boxing.
My dad boxed.
But you
don't know how to box.
I don't know how to box, but I keep up. I mean, I'm not a boxer, obviously, but I've studied it half my life, kept up with it half my life.
Have you thought that maybe Djokovic never played Rune, never played Brooksby? He didn't know their game.
Can I ask you a question?
The reason they won
Can
the
I
first
ask you
set.
just a question?
We already answered this.
Is it possible that for once in your life you're wrong?
You've said the rope-a-dope for a million times.
Is it
in every
possible?
match.
Carla has never been wrong.
I am wrong.
She has
telling
never
me
been
that
wrong.
every single match he played was a rope-a-dope.
This tournament with Brooksby, with Nishikori, I really feel like those were toy sets. Those were toy sets to get support, to get more crowd involvement, to get more media attention.
He is always right.
I'm the biggest idiot on the planet. I'm just saying here I'm right. That's all I'm saying.
He's right, people. I don't know the tactic. I'm stupid.
You've never heard of rope-a-dope?
I have, and we've seen it when it happened. We've seen it. Okay, weve seen players do a rope-a-dope. That's not a rope-a-dope.
How did we end up back on the rope-a-dope when we were just talking about the Felix match?
You like to hear yourself say that. You like to hear yourself say it. That's why.
Do you want me to come up with a name for it?
No.
How about whip your ass easily dope? Do you want me to say that?
It's okay, Justin.
I mean,
It's
you know,
alright.
you just get your panties in a wad sometimes.
I can't wait.
She always gets her panties in a wad.
And you get your boxers up your ass?
No. Your stuff stays wadded up.
Okay.
Okay? Just saying.
All right.
Okay. By the way, okay. Felix Auger Aliassime was up 5-2 in the second set. Ended up losing the second set 7-5. Now tell me this. Do you really think Felix Auger Aliassime is still the right player to have been in that semifinal?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't. He was there. It's in the past now.
Doesn't matter.
The post match interview with Medvedev, he was very excited, happy go lucky, and and I like that about him.
He says I'm Russian. What do you?
I think it's a great personality thing, but he is not going to be in a position to be joking like that after he plays Djokovic.
Oh, he knows that. He knows that.
Yeah.
He knows that.
Will Felix Auger Aliassime ever win a major, honestly? And better yet, let's make this question a little bit easier. Will Felix Auger Aliassime ever make a Grand Slam final? Ever?
Mm-hmm.
Will he ever?
Who knows? Too early to tell.
I don't know, man, but he's very Pliskova-ish. You said it perfectly. I didn't even think about that. But when you said Felix Auger Aliassime reminds you of Pliskova, I thought to myself, that was the most perfect statement.
It's true. The emotions are terrible.
Okay. Novak Djokovic, when he plays Medvedev, he's going to drop shot the daylights out of him. So I'll tell you what.
That was a good slice or drop shot. That was good. And then perfect. He did that really well. He's learned.
Did you see the shot in the second set where Zverev cut off one of Djokovic's angles? Zverev came around the fence post. I mean, Djokovic came around the fence post. Zverev ran it down and put it in the middle of the court. That was the first set where everybody was like, yeah, it's Zverev's time now. Here we are. Djokovic serving at 1-1 in the fourth set. First serve, a 0-0 in the fourth game. He takes a step away for the crowd. Guy chugging beer here. You know, Djokovic doesn't like that. He doesn't like to serve when there's people chugging beer in his face.
He told you that?
Who?
I don't think Djokovic even pays attention to what's around him. When you're so focused, I don't think you really look around. Unless someone's chirping in your ear. You don't think
or movement behind you. So Djokovic first serve end. Zverev plays that neutral ball again. Still neutral to neutral. Djokovic opens up the court. Backhand to backhand. Gave Zverev a forehand. He puts it right up the middle of the court. Up the middle of the court again. Push. Lackluster point here. A lot of balls. That's probably why it went 53 balls a little while ago. Push,
you got to get, again.
Forehand to forehand.
I normally don't like puppy hater.
Here we go. Pushing again. Okay.
But you got to give him credit.
Run-of-the-mill point, right?
You got to give him credit. He has improved.
He has improved.
So bravo to him. At least he's made an improvement more than, in my opinion, than Medvedev. You know what I mean? Because at least he's thinking out there. You know, he's trying to slice. He's trying to bring him to the net. You know, he's trying. He's not going away. So give him credit for that.
How far of a separation, in your opinion, is there from the level of Novak Djokovic, from the level of Medvedev and Zverev and even Tsitsipas?
Zverev not too far. Zverev's getting closer.
So you think Djokovic is here at the apex?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're saying Zverev is just
Zverev's getting closer. He's learning.
So Djokovic is Mount Everest, and he is like K2, so he's just below.
Medvedev's just a little below.
And then where does Tsitsipas hang in there?
Way below.
Way below?
Way below.
And what gives Tsitsipas the separation so far between Zverev and Medvedev?
Needs to man up as far as mentally. Stop depending so much on Daddy and Patrick looking at you like this.
Patrick, pretty bored.
And the stupid tactics.
Okay, now we've totally left out the fact that Felix Auger Aliassime was on that mountain list because he just made the semifinal. Hey, that means he's top 4 in the world, right?
He's there with Shapovalov still.
Okay.
Just
look, Felix Auger Aliassime, flip a coin. Is Denis Shapovalov in essence equally as good, if not better, than Felix Auger Aliassime?
They're equal.
Who beat Denis Shapovalov? Who beat Denis Shapovalov in this tournament? Who took him out? Was it Tiafoe? Who beat? I have it right here. I'm an idiot.
I can't remember.
Shapovalov was taken out by.
It's hot in here.
I should know this. Shapovalov was beaten by Lloyd Harris. You want me to kick the AC on?
No, it's okay. Lloyd Harris did well, though, until he reached Zverev.
Would you vote Lloyd Harris as the most improved player?
Poor Rod Laver, man, when I see him. It makes me sad to see him because, he realized he's older and you realize that he can go any day.
He's done great things for history, and he's there to cheer on. If you look at Laver here, by the way, Djokovic is serving at 30-15. It's 1-1 in the fourth set. Djokovic leads 2-1. He's been serving wide to that Zverev backhand. Yep, he went there again. So he's looking at a second serve. But look, Djokovic is on a mission here. I put it in one of the titles the other day. He's on a mission, and I don't see anybody stopping that mission. So Djokovic bouncing the ball, second serve coming to the backhand again as Zverev. Neutral ball. You're going to see this neutral ball rally a lot. Clip to take there, gave Djokovic a short ball. Djokovic missed the backhand wide. So 30 all here and at 1-1 in the fourth.
I mean, at least the people are getting their tickets, their money worth.
Yeah.
Because are we really staying through this whole match?
No, we're not going to do the whole match. No. We won't do it all. We'll just see how far we go. Look, that's I enjoy talking with all of you guys. You know, it's really fun for me. It's like sometimes when we stop, I'm like, damn, I was enjoying that. So It's a pleasure. So we'll just go with it and see where it goes. I do like Medvedev a lot, though. I mean, compared to who else is out there, he's a fun guy. He's a jolly guy.
He's a fun guy.
He is just a run-of-the-mill guy. Some of the players that we've watched throughout our lifetimes or been around or even hit with over the years.
No prediction for women's final. None.
By the way, speaking of the women's final, I have some stuff on that as well. Raducanu, by the way, is the first British girl since Virginia Wade in 1977 to make a Grand Slam final. Virginia Wade beat Betty Stove at Wimbledon.
Where's Virginia Wade British? Born there?
Yes, British born and raised. Yes.
Emma is not, but go ahead.
Good point. Good knowledge drop.
She's not.
So
she's just adopted.
So this is a teaser for Britain. So
yeah, no, they can't even get credit for this.
Okay, that's a poll question.
I'm sorry.
You're telling me British royalty will not be proud?
They will. They're going to take it. Of course, they'll take it.
But they won't be as proud as they would be if she was like born there.
No, they have no choice. They're going to take it.
They have to accept it.
Yeah, they have to accept it.
That's kind of terrible, Carla. Is it true?
She left when she was
truthful?
2 years old. 2 years old. It's like when Muguruza left Venezuela at 2 years old. It's the same thing. The same thing, but you were born in Venezuela. I get it, it's a communist country and you don't want to represent Venezuela, but it's the same exact thing. So, yeah, no, I don't even look at her as British. Just saying.
You know, looking at Novak Djokovic in this tournament, though, the odds were stacked against him because they made sure the draws makers, you know, they say the draws are totally.
The draws were not tough for him.
No. Can I finish a statement before you're right again, as always? Can I just finish something?
You're sweating a lot.
Okay, well, you pissed me off earlier.
No, too bad.
Can I please finish a statement? I can't even finish a thought until you interrupt my mind.
I'm listening. Oh, I interrupt his mind.
She interrupts my mind.
Did you hear that? Interrupt his mind.
Yeah, I can't speak because she interrupts me.
No,
I can't think because she interrupts my mind.
I am tough. They interrupt his mind.
You think I'm kidding, huh?
I interrupt your mind.
You give my mind hiccups. I can't even think sometimes.
Oh, I'm going to use that one. That's a good one. Justin, stop interrupting my mind.
See, you can't even look at me because I'm like, my teeth all gnarled up. Okay, I forgot what I was talking about. No. Okay, but yes, you are correct. Virginia Wade, indigenous. Raducanu, not indigenous. So nonetheless, I think they will accept it.
Of course.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Here's some nuggets, though, I have on the Djokovic match, though, before it started. Novak Djokovic is 33-2 on Ash Stadium at night. 33 wins to 2 losses.
That's even a worse.
I know one of those losses was against Federer because I was there, and that was in 2007.
So Alex PR said, what do you look at her? And I said, Canadians. So Sinisa says, so Navratilova are not Americans? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No.
Navratilova.
They got their citizenship.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Navratilova.
Was that a joke?
Navratilova's country doesn't exist anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Yugoslavia.
Celis, American? No, she got like my mom. She's Honduras. But she has an American citizenship passport. No, no, they're definitely not, especially them.
Martina Navratilova is definitely not American.
That was funny, Sinisa.
That was hilarious, actually.
My God.
Navratilova is the farthest thing from American. No disrespect, I love her. One of my favorite players of all time. But she is from previously Yugoslavia, and the country no longer exists. She escaped here in a way, defected. In terms of left the country, and so she could be who she is today, and we're very proud of that she did that here. But she could have gone to Antarctica and been the best player of all time because she was that incredibly good. But definitely is not American. I hope that was a joke in some way. Mm-hmm. And Monica Seles is definitely not.
Well, even Kenin, when she speaks, she has a Russian accent.
Yeah, definitely not. And look, no,
they're like,
look, so in the coaching circles, Carla and I, again, we coach, being humble about that, but we network with coaches all over the world and have done it for 22 years at high levels too, D1 levels. And no one thinks of them in the coaching circles.
Yeah, Czechoslovakia.
No one thinks of them as American. We don't. We when we're talking about Navratilova and coaches' dinners or whatever, we're saying she's a Yugoslav. She's from Yugoslavia.
Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia. You get what I'm saying. Wrong country. Sorry, but yes, you
My
are
dad was
correct.
gonna send me
Thank you. You are correct. Thank you.
He had a break point and lost the break point. Zverev.
Oh, Zverev's got another.
Had it.
Zverev's got
lost it.
Oh, this is already gone.
Delayed. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Zverev put a break point into
But
the
do you
net.
know? Yeah, he's like, what the hell, man?
What the hell, man?
Ay.
Yeah, so Harsh said Joker saved the break point, and yes, so right here, it's
Was Zverev born in Germany though?
Yeah,
but my point is where you're born. Where are you born? Wasn't he born in Germany though?
Zverev was born in Germany.
Yeah,
I think.
that's
Or was he born in Russia and moved young? I think he was born in Germany.
She was too, and she moved. Okay, that's just reality. So come on, whatever. Anyways, I heard she has a million coaches, Henman, all of them.
Okay, let me ask you another question. I heard 3 times today.
Another break point.
He saved another one.
He's got another break
Okay,
point.
so don't look at the score. Don't look at the score. Let's call it out. Okay, Zverev is returning serve. Djokovic is serving at add out 4 set. So Zverev has a break point, and this is his second one this game. You said.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big game for Zverev. This could be a match point, literally. All right, Djokovic, he's going to go up to the backhand out wide out here. He went for it, missed it to the bottom of the net. That's a bad miss, right? Mm-hmm. Let's go. Come on.
Back to Juice.
Let's go. No, second serve. Now he's gonna put it right back there to his backhand and make him jump up and hit it in the court. And he's gonna do a +1 to the forehand. Watch. Watch, going wide.
Well, McEnroe was born in Germany to American parents. Okay, it's like if your American parents, they go on vacation, they had you there at another country, that doesn't mean you're from there. So no, Alex Criard, that wouldn't be it. Because it says here, to American parents, his parents were American.
Zverev just broke.
They were stationed at the United States Air Force. That's the reason he was there.
Crowds on their feet.
That's why he was there.
Not me.
That's why he was there. So no, Alex Criard, no to your question. His parents were American. They were stationed there. No.
So he had military parents.
Yeah, read it. United States Air Force, stationed with the United
Zverev
States.
did?
No, McEnroe.
Oh, yeah. We knew that. I thought you were talking about Zverev.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. No, I think they were at Ramstein Air Base. And Ramstein in Germany. And by the way, our oldest son is in the United States Air Force. And that's one of the places that he very well may be commissioned to is Ramstein in Germany. Ramstein in Germany is like an American city inside of Germany. That base is huge.
Good for Zverev for fighting. Good for him. Seriously. Well, we've been almost. What do you want to do? You got more?
Let's just see. Let's take a couple comments real quick. Look, there's a couple more things, by the way, that I had written in terms of nuggets. That
definitely Medvedev is hoping for this match to go 5 sets.
Okay, if the match goes 5 sets, at worst at the U.S. Open, you got a tiebreaker. And I'm sorry, but a Novak Djokovic that's playing at 75% can beat a Medvedev that plays the best tennis of his life. Do you agree or disagree? Because he's just going to play 97 feet behind the baseline, and Djokovic is not going to allow him to do that. Now, Medvedev likes to set up shop way behind the baseline and work his way in towards the baseline, so he likes to be defensive and then wait for his shot, his short ball, and then become offensive. But Djokovic is not going to give him that ability to wait and become offensive. Djokovic is going to take that away from him early. And if he doesn't do it in the first set, that's okay. Because again, the rope-a-dope. He'll give him a little bit. He'll run him around. Maybe the best strategy to beat someone like Zverev and Medvedev is to run him around left and right, even though he knows he wants to move them forward, but run them left and right to take their legs away and then start honing in on their weaknesses, which if that's true, that is a rope-a-dope, and you were just doing it to work legs and not even playing your kill strategy yet. It's what you miss out on, man. Can I get a hug?
I don't even want to fight. Because this word is going to make me fight. Oh, my God.
That's why we do all this. It's how it rolls, man. This is it.
I don't know how you say it in Spanish. We're going to have to find out, Alex PR, because I've never used it in Spanish. But I just think he likes hearing himself say it.
You messed up my mind.
I messed up his mind. Hey, you messed up my mind. You're in my mind.
In my mind?
Yeah.
All right, 2-1, 4th set. We'll hang out for a couple more points and then we'll call it a day. Yeah. We do, by the way. We obviously don't do this for a living. I think we made like $100 in 3 years.
We made more with your weather videos.
Well, yeah, the weather videos, maybe an extra $100 there in so many years. But guys, we really enjoy it. It's just you guys are friends, and it really feels that way.
Kids, today
but we have to coach all day long tomorrow.
We do. Kids, today's word is rope a dope. Repeat, rope a dope.
You're never gonna live that down, huh?
Today, like Sesame Street. Today's word is rope a dope.
Yeah, so we teach tomorrow from 8 in the morning until 9 in the morning
we gotta be there early.
Until 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Yeah. And you know if you don't get me out there and at least let me exercise a little bit before 9, my mind won't even be involved.
I'm gonna drill these adults tomorrow.
I'm gonna assume you're gonna want me to hit some balls before that, so I can get my mind going. Right, I have to exercise before I start coaching because I'll be kind of out of it for the first 20 minutes. But if I play first, then I'm going.
Can you believe at 42, 9 o'clock is past my bedtime?
You're tired?
No, not really.
All right.
Are we going to listen to Cam's? Probably we will, yeah.
Yeah, we always do. Whenever we do our lessons, we teach lessons. We always have a loudspeaker on out there, and we always put the match on loudspeaker when he's doing his videos. But otherwise, we do have a house and cable that we pay the bill for, so we do our own thing too. But yes, we definitely enjoy that. And it's always on at the courts that way. But sometimes we'll tune into radio channels overseas. In other words, like we've listened to some broadcasts from old tennis pros. I
love the Wimbledon one.
Yeah, that is because sometimes it's good to get like a humble tennis player in there, not like McEnroe that's got millions of dollars in the bank, but someone that was on tour at one point, won some, lost some, and now is doing broadcasting as a way every single day to make their living. Who was it, Honchikova, that was doing it?
I don't know.
Anyway, I like to listen to people like that a lot, and not sometimes just younger. No disrespect to anybody that's really young, but sometimes I like to listen to older pro players my age that do it.
There's nothing wrong with somebody being against Novak Rodrigo.
Yeah,
everybody's
nothing's wrong with that. Yeah,
everybody's entitled to opinion. You can't love the same person.
But the difference of a player's perspective and a coach's perspective, our age is a whole different view. And we respect that. It's generational, a whole different view than someone that's half my age. So a lot of the stuff on Cam's channel I love it. We talk a lot. Fun. It's fun. It's great. Yeah. But it's also kind of a little bit elementary side sometimes, a little childish sometimes. So when we're on the tennis court, it's either that, but if it gets too kind of brown-nosing Federers and all this other stuff, and then we'll go to one of the more international things where it's an old tennis player or a veteran tennis player or a coach that's actually struggling and does it as a job and not as kind of hobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, much love to you guys.
I know you're talking about Praveen. There's nothing wrong with him rooting for Sasha.
Yeah, no, go for it. Go for it.
You gotta have different.
Yeah, you gotta like who you want. By the way, Djokovic is serving at 30-15. He is down a break in the fourth set. So if he wins this game, it'll be 2-3, and we're gonna depart and watch this on the TV. And hopefully get some of our money's worth for being subscribed to every tennis channel on the planet.
All right, guys. Adios. It's hot in here.
Yes. See you tomorrow's show will be tomorrow night, probably around 6 or 7 p.m. Central Time. Right now, it's 9:04 p.m. Central Time. We're going to do it after the women's final. Can't wait to do it. We teach our last lesson. It ends at 6 p.m. We'll do the blank.
5 p.m.
Ends at 5?
Yes.
It doesn't end at 6. It ends at 5.
Yes.
So then our show.
Hot, Lori. It's hot.
Yeah. So we'll do our show at like 7, and we'll see you then.
All right, guys. All right. Lori, get ready to work your butt off tomorrow.
Let's go.
Bye.
Peace.